Welcome guys to a new game, and this time we have a game between Elite Arabs and Snow White Queens.
Radiant
I'm
team
a bit late
pick.
to the party, but it's alright, so we won't miss the action. We just got into the picking and banning phase. And yeah, so far we got a Venomancer pick and SWQ pick from Elite Arabs. I really like those aggressive, nice picks. I really love them. As we saw in the game 2 with C4 and NAB, SWQ can be very powerful, very strong
10
throughout the
seconds
whole
remaining.
game. So I'm really excited to see this. The bans as usual: Visage,
5
strong
seconds
support,
remaining.
high nukes, still got banned. They didn't want to deal with Timbersaw
Radiant team ban.
as I stated already. Really hard to deal with as well. Can shut down any kind of strength hero. Good ban as well. We got an Alchemist and Lich ban. The Alchemist, very strong support.
10 seconds remaining.
Got banned, very wise from Snow White Queens. And
5
Lich,
seconds
also
remaining.
very strong teamfight hero support. Also strong in
Reserve time.
offlane, can deny and gain a lot of XP due to his sacrifice. So also very strong ban. We got a Lifestealer, also very good pick. He has like this built-in BKB, which just makes him so strong early game and so hard to kill. And
Dire
Abaddon,
team
of course, also very strong pick, very hard to kill, very reliable support, won't feed if needed, will remove debuffs and stuff like that. Next ban incoming is an OD. Just didn't want to deal with it. Probably gonna go for an intelligence mid hero.
Radiant team
Usually
ban.
indicates that. Pure damage also very strong. So OD is very hard to deal with. So they just thought, you know what, just ban this. And Elite Arabs ban Bristleback. Didn't want to deal with it. Bristleback is also one of those heroes who could just cause a lot of trouble
10
in team
seconds
fights
remaining.
because of his quill spray. Also, just if he receives the damage, he
5
just
seconds
quill
remaining.
sprays passively, and it could damage SWQ a lot because in the early stages of the game or even mid game,
Reserve
he's
time.
actually a really squishy hero, and he cannot take the damage. Also, Bristleback can actually just take Venomancer's damage and just destroy Venomancer in the early and mid game, even late game. So again, very good ban. Next ban
Dire team
is
ban.
Mirana, just to... I mean, they saw the picks. They saw Venomancer and SWQ. It's like both are very good pick-off heroes, just taking like...
Dire team
just
pick.
picking off a hero and just killing them and just play like that. And they're just like, okay, we need to get rid of Mirana. She's also a very good pick-off hero. Also supports a lot of those pick-offs with her ultimate. So it ultimately didn't say, okay, don't want to deal with this. We want to sit back. We just want to go into mid and late game, because so far Lifestealer and Abaddon, they are actually better in the late and mid and late game. So it's very important for them. Crystal Maiden got banned from Elite Arabs. They
Radiant
just like,
team
okay,
pick.
we don't need the Frostbite. It's just too annoying to deal with, and the aura also is just too annoying to deal with. So at this point, just ban her. Also, we got a pick, Shen pick. So this is gonna be like early, like Elite Arabs is definitely going for early game or mid game. Just want to get the early push in, do all the shit they have
10
to do.
seconds remaining.
And the thing about Shen is, like, when you pick a hero like Shen,
5 seconds remaining.
you cannot go to late game. You just don't want to do that, because Shen at this point
Reserve
has,
time.
like, his healing is so strong in the early game, but really falls off in late game when you just when his healing basically is like one hit. So you don't want to get late with a Shen in your lineup. So Elite Arabs definitely aiming for the early game, for push in, forget the early towers, just end this as quickly as possible. And Snow White Queens has to deal with this. They have to pick something which will stop the pushing. They have to get something for counter push. They can't pick the Alchemist or anything, so they have to get something. Abaddon can somewhat deal with it, like a bit with his shield and AoE damage and the healing, but he can't really stop him. Like, he can keep his mates alive, but he can't really stop him. Rubik, very interesting
Dire
pick.
team pick.
So far, very good spells to steal, like the Gale, or just the Poison Nova, or even the Pounce is a pretty good steal. And yeah, he has some spells to steal, but it's not like he he has like something really amazing to steal. He will probably target Venomancer the most.
10 seconds remaining.
In this case, Rubik is a rather actually is a good pick
5
as such
seconds
because
remaining.
it limits also Elite Arab's decision to pick another hero,
Reserve time.
because this might be a bit troublesome to deal with, because if Elite Arabs pick something like Warlock, it might get like really bad for them if played incorrectly, so they have to be careful about their next pick. Rubik, I would say it's a bit risky to pick him at this point, but because you're kind of showing what you're going for. And right now it really looks like the trial lanes for both teams have been made. You got a Venomancer, Slark, Shen trial lane.
pick.
Klinx is gonna go off lane solo. Lyser, Abaddon, and Rubik also gonna go trial laning. It's gonna be a passive trial lane most likely. You cannot go really off, like you can't really go aggressive with Rubik. And Abaddon will save your mates. He's more like a passive player, so at this point you have no real CC, and that's a problem with Snow White Queen's
10 seconds
lineup
remaining.
thus far. They don't have reliable CC at this point, so they have
5
to play
seconds remaining.
really passive. They have to wait until late game and just hope this will go
Reserve
good
time.
for them. So far, Elite Arabs, as usual, going for the early game. Klinx, very mid-game, early and mid-game oriented hero. And there's the Puck. Puck is gonna go mid,
Dire team
maybe
ban.
even off lane. That could also happen. Puck is gonna be like really hard to deal with against, really hard to deal with on Elite Arabs side, because Puck actually somewhat shuts down Slark and
10
Klinx,
seconds
even
remaining.
Venomancer. The silence hurts them so much. They have so many casters, and
5 seconds
especially
remaining.
Slark in the early and mid game. As I already stated, he's very squishy, and if he cannot get,
Reserve time.
if he gets silenced like just unprepared, so he can't get the dog pack up, his survivability will just be gone. He will be an easy target. So this Puck will be very important for Snow White Queens. They have to get the perfect silence off, otherwise the Slark will not be controllable. He might snowball out of control. So this is an
Radiant
interesting
team
ban. Nature's Prophet, they don't want to deal with the counter pushing. I don't think that this is a wise ban, because I can't see Abaddon going off lane. Like he is very survivable
10
when he's level
seconds
6,
10
but before
seconds
that
remaining.
he is really, he won't get an XP
5
range.
seconds
He
remaining.
just will get zoned out of the lane, so he will most likely not be played as offlaner. So I don't
Reserve
think
time.
that Furin was a good ban at this point, but maybe I'm wrong at this point. Who knows?
Dire team
Clock
pick.
again, very interesting ban. I'm not sure. They might think that Venomancer, Shen, and Klinx are the tri lane and Slark is just going mid, which might also happen. This might actually also be a lineup they could actually do. But I do think Klinx is much better in the off lane because of he's very survivable because of his invisibility. It gives him so much movement speed, and he's so
10
hard to
seconds
catch. Also,
remaining.
Snow White Queens has no, doesn't have the CC
5
to
seconds
actually
remaining.
get a guaranteed kill on Klinx. So at this point, Klinx would be very, very,
Reserve time.
very survivable in the off lane. So there's no reason to actually pick another off lane at this point. So the last bans of both Elite Arabs and Snow White Queens, just a bit questionable, but I do definitely see the logic behind it. So
10 seconds
Elite
remaining.
Arabs don't want to deal with counter push.
Templar Assassin.
And alright, there's the mid. Templar Assassin
Radiant
is gonna
team
go
pick.
mid against Puck. So it's gonna be it's gonna be as predicted. Venomancer, Slark, Shen, tri lane. Templar Assassin mid. Klinx is gonna go solo off lane, and that's most likely gonna be their lineup. It's gonna be a safe lane tri lane because you can't put Shen off lane. How's that gonna work? Unless you gain like really
10
like
seconds remaining.
the control early game extremely, so like Shen just
5
has the
seconds
jungle
remaining.
of the enemy team, which most likely won't happen. So it will be a safe lane tri lane
Reserve time.
with Slark as the main carry. Very nice. I really like this Very
10
interesting
seconds
picks.
remaining.
Can't wait to see this. Very aggressive. Also, like Elite Arabs going for really aggressive early game lineup. And we got a lone druid. He's most likely going to be solo offlane. And again, this is going to be a battle between the early game and the late game. Even though Elite Arabs they actually do have they do also have late game, like Klings, TA, and Slug do scale rather well in the late game. So this might be very close. I do favor
Prepare for battle.
the lineup from EA a lot more. So we got Killua on Abaddon, NVA on Rubik. We got You Play, You Pay, I Just Ride on Puck. We got Vladvar on Nyx. And we got Hivatari on Lone Druid. Here we got Obey Dota on Slark. 1x1 on Klings. Sakjui Sama on Temper Assassin. Leon on Venomancer. And Fuzzy Wuzzy on Chen. It's gonna be a clash. 5v5. And there it is. First oh, Slark's just bouncing away.
30
They
seconds
decided
to
to go
battle.
back. Just having a bit stuff going on. And yeah, here's the Dota TV. I'm doing this through spectating, not live this time. Someone else is doing that. I just thought, you know what, let's do this. So it's gonna be an aggressive trial-in. Okay, this is very interesting. So EA at this point, very sure of themselves. Like they really
The battle
just want
begins
to
for good and all.
take over this lane. Just say, you know what, we can do this. We can just let Shen just take over the jungle, no problem. Dewarding, it's gonna be Battle of the Wards, and now he's gonna start something. Fuzzy Wuzzy most likely gonna die, and he's dead. First blood for Nyx. Way too greedy, and they're gonna most likely survive. They cannot get started with his pounce. And yeah, Fuzzy feeds. I'm gonna just shut this down very fast if I knew how to do that again. There it is. Spectator chat gone, just to give you guys a better vision. So this attempt is very unique. Just to think that they can just actually they realize, okay, we can't do this. Decided to dual lane this, which is very odd. So Chen is going in jungle, getting creeps, stacking shit up, getting all what he can get. And they're gonna dual lane this, which is really odd. So they want to get a Klings against a Lone Druid. Here Lone Druid actually got very decent lane control. Doesn't have much trouble with Klings. And we're gonna look at the last hit and denies. Mid, pretty even. Pretty even, Puck and TA, when it comes to last hits at least. Puck getting a lot of harassment due to the side blades, so slightly in favor for TA. Puck still gets the last hits, of course, because he has a higher range, and should be alright. So Fuzzy Wuzzy trying to do something against Lone Druid, almost killed him. He has to get back off. So what EA is trying here is just to get even farm on Slark and Klings. They want to make sure that none of these harder carries get farm, especially not Lone Druid. They just really want to take care of this guy, not getting the early Radiance, just not gonna deal with that, because they really know, okay, if Lone Druid has the Radiance, he will be so hard to control. He can push lanes, he can eat towers so fast, it'll be ridiculous to deal with. So they want to control this whole thing, and they know they have the better early game. They want to do this from the very beginning. Giving them first blood was rather bad. And Puck again fighting, using all the regen. So far TA just destroying this Puck surprisingly. Like the Sideblade's just positioning himself, just harassing so much. Puck might actually die. 2A dies here,
Radiant's middle
and
tower is under
there he
attack.
dies. Nice
That's not
from
gonna hold.
Fuzzy Wuzzy, nice rotation.
Condemned to death.
Got him. Lone Druid had to go back. This is a very nice step for
The
EA.
Radiant should really do something about
Doing
that.
very nice
middle
work,
tower.
doing early game rotations, pushing the lanes as they planned, as they have to. So far, gone pretty evenly, definitely. Lifester is getting his farm, so is TA and Klinks. So this might be actually pretty troublesome. This might get out of hand real fast. This is gonna be most likely a very short game. Like, I do predict a 20-30 minute game at least. And he's harassing with Essence Shift. Will not go aggressive. Yeah, well, here's the pounce and he's dead. So what Slark basically did,
Another shackle dragger.
he just harassed him with, and wait a second, I'm gonna talk about this later. Again,
Middle
nice
tower
rotation.
is all alone in the world.
Did not have vision.
Being attacked.
Died very fast. Nothing they could have done. Again, nice play from Fuzzy Wuzzy, rotating a lot. And to the whole Slark thing, these early Essence Shift harassment are doing so much damage on Lifestealer. Like, it basically takes his health away. It takes his damage away. It makes him less tanky. It takes his mana away. You cannot just underestimate that like he did. So Abaddon most likely gonna die. It's gonna be no trade, just Abaddon gonna die. Very bad for SWQ. Very, very bad. And Nikes cannot stay in lane. It's impossible. The Essence Shift is harassing him so much that he cannot stay in lane anymore. Very aggressive play again. Very nice. It's just so troublesome to deal with. Invis Rune picked up by TA, just chilling here, waiting for his opportunity. Saw Rubik, was like, okay, I'm probably not gonna do anything. Maybe gonna take the last hits. Yep, he's revealing himself. And again, Slark just harassing Nikes so much, and he cannot do anything against it. He's just like, okay, I can give him some harassment. I can lifesteal a bit, but in the end of the day, he's losing like attributes. He's losing a lot of stuff. And he cannot really kill him that easily because Slark has the upper hand. And if Slark gets level 6, he's gonna totally wreck this lane. He's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna dive this. So trying to smoke gank here, trying to do something against it because, I mean, you can't let Slark just have it his way like this. If you do that, you will most likely just lose the game very, very fast. Slark is a very, very snowbally hero. If you give him like the advantage he needs, he will completely wreck every lane. So we got like Lone Druids cannot get any room because of Fuzzy Wuzzy again rotating very nicely, trying to ruin the top lane and the mid lane as he already did. Smoke ganking, well, at least they tried to smoke gank mid. They still had the smoke from the bottom lane, just try to do something. And TA position himself, haste rune, and this is most likely gonna be a dead Lone Druid. So again, early game aggression, diving
Radiant's
people,
top tower is under attack.
and
My
this is
blades and my mind
this is
are
all
as
their
one.
lineup is about. Just picking off heroes very fast. Just try to do a lot of damage. Just get the early game
Radiant's
advantage
top
as
tower is
fast
under
as
attack.
possible. And they're doing a very
About
good job at this. They're just like, okay, yeah, we can do this. The experience graph already 4,000. It's only 6 minutes
that's
into the
not good
game,
for
and
the Radiant.
or almost 7 minutes, and already 4,000
Radiant
in
structures
favor
are
for
fortified.
EA.
That means you can't
The
hurt them
goal
right
the
now.
same, just in favor for EA. This is gonna be a very hard game for
Clearly not.
SWQ. This might actually be almost impossible to win for them if this goes on. Like if they still get their, like if EA get their way like this until the like 50-minute mark, if it's gonna continue going up like this, they won't be able to be stopped because all their heroes are basically snowball heroes. Klings, Slark, TA, 3 carry snowballs. And here a gank on Lifestealer has his ultimate. He's gonna use it and he's gonna die because of the pounce. And
Killing spree.
nothing they can do against it. They have
You should have hidden
they
when you
have
saw me
to
coming.
stay in lane. Like the
Radiant's
supports
bottom
cannot
tower
leave
is
this
under attack.
lane. And this is the real big issue for SWQ. They cannot leave Lifestealer alone at any point. It's just they can't do it. They just can't do it, otherwise he will feed. Again,
Dominating.
nothing we can do. Slark is snowballing right now,
Slug had
and
his way with you.
because of his ultimate, he is also very survivable, and can stay in lane like a lot. Because, well, what are you gonna do? He's just gonna hide himself like for 15-20 seconds, and he's just gonna heal up very fast. He can just stay in lane, get the XP, and pushing
Radiant's
towers
bottom tower is
again,
under attack.
taking hits, no
I feel
problem,
sad
because
for
he
them.
knows exactly. You know what? I can take the damage. Just stay here, just heal up real fast, and take damage again. It's
The
no
Radiant's
problem.
bottom tower
So
has
he's looking
seen
for a
better
kill.
days.
TA just helping ganking. Is not level 6. He's most likely not gonna die.
Radiant's bottom
Probably
tower
gonna go
is
back.
under attack. I feel sad for them.
Puck rotates.
Radiant's bottom
Top,
tower was
bottom
always
tower
the
got
weakest tower.
taken by Venomancers, wards, and all that shit.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tempest has
Radiant's
him
top
going
tower has fallen.
for Shadowblade instead of Blink Dagger. Normally, I'd say not the best thing to do. I do prefer a Blink Dagger, but at this case, they're snowballing so hard, and the supports are so poor that they can't do anything
that's
against
not
it.
good
And
for
again,
the
Slark going invis, can't
Dire's
do
middle
anything
tower
against
is
it.
under
No
attack.
true sight will help this. Slark being a bit careful, trying to leech as much. He's probably gonna pounce this. Yep, pounce, mega kill. There's nothing they can do at this point. It's just a complete one-sided, like, it's nothing they can do.
Radiant's
Like,
top tower
top tower
is
got
under
taken
attack.
by Fuzzy Wuzzy and Klings. Not sure about why he tanked this tower, but it's fine. He took the tower. It's gonna be a
Radiant's top tower
huge thing
no
in the
longer
gold
radiates.
draft. They're probably gonna rotate mid very soon. Take the last tower, no, take the last tier 1 tower mid, and just gonna completely destroy SWQ. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, what are you gonna do? Slark is totally survivable, getting for drums, getting for early game. Just wants to snowball further, just wants
Radiant's
to
middle
keep on
tower
going.
is
He
under
doesn't want to
attack.
go for the big items like Skadi and stuff like that, because he knows, okay, if it will actually increase SWQ's chance
Radiant's
of
middle
coming
tower
back,
is under
because
attack.
it doesn't do
That's not
that
gonna
well
hold.
early game as, for example, a drums would. So this point, EA completely dominating. Nothing they can really do. Lifester is just trying to get the armlet as soon as possible, and there's nothing to do. Just sitting with 23 CS, it's not good. And if you see the enemy hard support has more farm than the main carry on the other team, it's just completely unbelievable.
Double kill.
So
An ugly one.
Slark just literally jumped on people, killed them. There's nothing they could do. Sorry I missed that, but this is so one-sided. It's amazing. There's nothing they can do. XP just going to the 10,000s. Completely aggressive. Nothing they can do. Over 12,000 difference in
Radiant's middle
gold.
tower
This
is normal.
is so one-sided. This will be a 20-minute game most likely. Slark still snowballing, out of control. TA as well, and this Nikes will die
Radiant's
very
bottom tower
fast.
has
He
seen
cannot
better
do
days.
anything against this. Drum's been popped.
Gather round.
Slark does not have ult. He's silenced. He might be in trouble, but nope. Never mind. They don't have the damage.
Radiant's
They don't
bottom
have
tower
anything
is
to deal
under
with this.
attack.
The bear just trying to do whatever he can, get a lucky entangle. Nothing they can do. He has no Midas. Nothing. He doesn't even have money for a TP. Well, now he does, but it's just like the advantage is so huge. It's amazing. They got the ward. They can spot TA, but they can't even burst him down. It's impossible. So EA very soon will get the tier 2 tower. Will keep on the pressure, and just win the game very fast. There's nothing they can do really. There's SWQ completely too greedy. Lineup was just way too greedy. They were way too passive. There's nothing they could have done here.
Radiant structures are
The
fortified.
rotation,
Don't
like
waste time hitting them.
they tried to rotate mid and help mid a lot, but they couldn't, because if they let Lifester alone, the thing which would happen was just like he would die immediately. There's nothing you can do against Slark because of the essence shift. You just basically make him so squishy that he couldn't sustain all the damage anymore. And again, Puck, deep trouble, cannot do much against this. Slark has his ult, has Purge, and used it.
Pieces of eight.
Fast kill on Rubik, goes back, doesn't want to feed them a monster kill streak, so just going back, chilling a bit. They know they have the upper hand, just playing a bit more passive. Just like, okay, yeah, we're gonna wait for this, wait for Knight, jump forward, get skills ready, getting some hits, and SWQ is most likely gonna die, but he's gonna take a life zero with a godlike streak.
Spawned yet.
So here, he died to Puck. Very nice gold for Puck, but there's at this stage there's nothing they can do. Again, looking at the gold graph, it's almost 15,000 difference in gold, and only at 13 minutes. They can't deal with the damage, they can't deal with the push, they can't deal with anything EA is throwing at them. This was so over from the get-go almost. So even if they manage Turtle, they can't really stop them, because even though SWQ has the better late game, if you look at like just like at the statistics, but the thing is, like EA also have a pretty decent late game. They don't have like as good late game as SWQ, but it's pretty similar. And now that they're snowballing so much, it's nothing they can do really. Trying one last attempt to stop their push. Most likely, if EA wins this team fight, most likely will be called a GG, if not earlier. So yeah, pretty short game, I'd say. Well, Fuzzy Wuzzy got melted real fast. SWQ diving the Abaddon mid game. A lot of stuff is happening. TA just killed the Life Zero, just killed the Puck. There's nothing they could have done. This is a good game. SWQ still dancing with Abaddon, just having a bit of fun here. And this is game. Nothing they can done. Nothing they could have done. This is a one-sided stump, as I said, as I predicted. GG after team fight. Just nothing they could have done. The rotations were perfect. Fuzzy Wuzzy was the key of this whole thing. He rotated perfect. He screwed up mid. He screwed up top. He forced rotations from bottom to give SWQ a lot of breathing room, and ultimately this is what happens if you get a good rotating support like Shen. So big plays from Fuzzy Wuzzy, nice decision making. This game, first game, was going to EA. Very nice, very decent. Nothing could have been done from WQ's side. Nothing could have really, like, they just couldn't do anything against this very, very perfect play. So yeah, first game going to EA. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and gonna go to the next game.